Grab your cocks from your socks. I'm your Locksmentry with the top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time. This is fully opinionated on my side. This is the 500 special that I've kept quiet for you guys, and I seriously think it came out amazing. I've spent about 3 days of work. This was not just me that put in work for this. Tomato HD and Spine World 4578, they made the layout for this. Tomato HD touched up on it, Spine made it, but without them, this layout would not be here. This video would not be here at all. There wouldn't even be a 500 special, so please go check them both out. They will be down in the description. But as I was saying, this video could have been better if I didn't use my voice so much. My voice is a little bit raspy because I'm a little bit sick, but I really can't change it. I don't want to wait till after break or after I'm better, because I would be at like 550 and they'd be like, why are you posting a 500 special now? Like it'd be way too late and stuff like that. So I hope you guys can just deal with it. I'm sorry about that. It's not my fault that I have the cold and all that stuff. But as I was saying, this video is fully opinionated. These Pokemon on this top 10, I spent 3 hours picking them. 3 hours. And these are from design, the way they play, their tiers, in-game, Wi-Fi, like anything about them, nostalgia, anime, anything that you can think of, I thought about. And that's why I made this top 10. They are Pokemon that I've just, throughout my whole time of playing Pokemon, I guess you can say, I was born during Gen 2, but I started off on Gen 1. I wasn't, like, I was old enough to play on Gen 2, but I started off on Gen 1. But, so, all these Pokemon have amazing nostalgia factors if they're from Gen 1 and 2, and a lot of them are. I can't even lie. It's just that I'm a Gen 1er, I guess you can say. Gen 2 or Gen, I don't know. I've just playing Pokemon since the brink, since the light and the crack in the wall started. It's just there, and these Pokemon have always stood out to me. And if I had to pick 10 Pokemon, and if Pokemon was real and I had to pick 10 Pokemon to stick with me forever, these 10 would definitely be the 10 that I would have. And they would make the ultimate dream team to put in the power, the work, the fierceness, the fear, the intimidation in everyone's eyes. And just, I don't know, but I seriously have to thank you guys so much for 500 subs. I seriously cannot think of 500 people subscribing to me. Every time I go to my channel, there's a new sub or a new like. And I don't think of it as, oh, it's just someone subbing to me. I think of it as a person that seriously enjoys my videos and seriously wants to watch more. Because, I think of the Honchcrow mob as a family. If you've ever read the description, there's always that, get this to 15 likes to the Honchcrow mob, will beat the shit out of you. The Honchcrow mob is a family. The Honchcrow mob is all of you guys watching this, all of the subscribers on my channel, everyone that's ever liked, commented, just come by on a swing, just check someone's box and I'm there, clicked on and clicked off. Anyone that's ever been on my channel, anyone that's ever helped me out is a part of the Honchcrow mob. And we are a family, guys. We're a fucking family. This is our channel. We've gone to 500 subs. We're going to hit 1K. We're going to hit 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 until we hit 10. We're not going to stop. The Honchkrow mob never stops. We put in the work till we can't breathe no more, till we're on our knees and we can't stop. And I guess that was kind of like a little motivational thing. It probably didn't sound nice with my voice being all raspy and stuff. But thank you guys so much for this. And let's get right into this top 10 favorite Pokemon. So coming in at number 10, we have Suicune here. Suicune, the legendary dog Pokemon. This thing, I don't know, I can't really pinpoint one thing about it that I just like. I just always love dogs, so I'm a dog person. This thing is like a huge blue dog that like cleans the world. It's like, I don't want to say this in like a mean way, but it's like the Jesus figure. Like it just cleanses water, just like pops on and saves it. This thing like saves Celebi. It has like multiple movies about it. Its power is so amazing. It's ridiculous. You could run this thing and you have Toxic Stall it. This thing's bulky. It could hit hard. I don't know. I just always, as a kid, I always pictured like if I wanted one legendary Pokemon on my side, it'd definitely be Suicune, just there, and then I could have it as like riding thing. I could ride it around like a bike, I guess you can say. But this thing just looks amazing. Blue is my favorite color. It looks amazing with like those flaps of it, those like extended arms just glistening in the wind. And I don't know. I can't say one thing about it. It's one of those Pokemon that I just like. It's powerful. It's beautiful. It's elegant. It just saves everyone, and it's a fucking monster. And I don't know. I just connect to it in a way. But that's number 10. Coming in at number 9 is Charizard. And Charizard, ever since I was a little kid and I saw it on that cartridge of red in the store when I was going to go pick out my first Pokemon game, it just looks powerful. You really can't say anything. It just looks powerful. It's kind of decent as a Charmander and a Charmeleon, but when it evolves and it gets wings, you're like, what the fuck? Because like all through its evolution change, it doesn't have wings, doesn't even show a hint of getting wings. It looks like it's going to be a salamander and just like on the floor just breathing fire. When it evolves, it gets wings, flies around, and then especially in 6th gen, it gets 2 Mega Evolutions, not 1 but 2. Not every Pokemon gets 2. I think only Mewtwo in it have 2, and that shows how much Nintendo cares for this Pokemon, because it gets Charizard X, Charizard Y, and Charizard Y is amazing. I love Charizard Y. Definitely looks more like a dragon than X, but I just like it more because it has drought and stuff. But Charizard X is definitely powerful with that nice moveset. They all have nice movesets. It's going to Belly Drum, Dragon Claw, Ancient Power, Flamethrower, Solar Beam. So many good moves. This thing just covers itself. It's like a one-man army, always switching around. You have to guess what this thing's going to do to you. Especially, I think it's OU now. It's Megas, but definitely puts in work. Definitely deserves to be number 9. It would be a little bit higher, but the other ones have slowly grown more in my mind. So that is why it is number 9. Today, in the number 8 spot, is Nidoking. Nidoking is just amazing. I love this thing. I love the fact that it is a king, and it's in his name. It's king. It's powerful. Kings are always powerful, and they're like someone you look up to. And I guess I find Nidoking a Pokemon that other Pokemon look up to, just because of its sheer power, its diverse moveset. I love it. It's in UU, my favorite tier right now. I've slowly grown to UU. No one really expects what this thing will have. Choice Specs, Choice Scarf, Life Orb, Sheer Force, Rivalry is definitely good. Like, damn, its moveset is amazing too. Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Dragon Pulse, Sludge Wave, Earth Power, Flamethrower. Like, you have to really guess what this thing's going to have. This thing covers itself. It's like Charizard, a one-man army. Definitely has power to it. I just wish it would be a little bit more bulkier. I know Nidoking is kind of the bulkier one, but I remember as a kid, I had Leaf Green. And Leaf Green, this thing is hard to find as a Nidoran, but I would spend an hour looking for this thing. That's how much I loved it. And when I got it, this thing was the star player on my team. Fuck my starter. Fuck all that shit. It was the star player. And that's why it deserves number 8. Coming in at number 7 is a Pokemon that slowly, throughout this generation mostly, grew up on my list. I didn't really like it too much back in the older generations, back when I was a kid and all that stuff. It doesn't really have too much nostalgia along with it like some other Pokemon, but it's Heracross. Heracross, ever since, I guess you can say it's because it got a Mega. Normal Heracross is good, I know, with that Guts boost and all that stuff, but I like it mostly because it has a Mega. Because when they introduced Mega Heracross, I did not think it would have Skill Link. And Skill Link is a very, I guess you can say, underused ability on some Pokemon. I think it's only on like 3 or 4 total or some stuff like that. But he definitely takes advantage of it. He's one of those Pokemon that have moves like Pin Missile, Bullet Seed, Arm Thrust, what's another one? Rock Blast. And he just takes advantage of Skill Link with those moves. Plus his power, he's extremely powerful. And he's bulky. He can take a hit, even if it's like not all flying type moves. If it's like 4 times effective, he's not going to take it. No Pokemon's really going to take a 4 times effective move. But he takes like other moves. Like he'll take some fire moves pretty decent. Like most physical moves, it's kind of bulky. It's not like super bulky, like it's not a wall. But he will take some moves, and he can deal them back. And that's why he's on this list. Because when I pull him out, he can just Rock Blast flying types, fucking Pin Missile grass types, fucking Bullet Seed water types, and then he'll just close combat everything else. Like, he just has power to him. And that's why he definitely deserves number 7. And I just love his design. I love that he's a beetle. There aren't too many beetle Pokemon. So that's why he's number 7. So coming in at number 6 is the mythical beast Noivern. I don't say mythical as in he's really rare. I say mythical as in he's a dragon. He's probably my favorite dragon type, I would say. Just because he looks the most dragon. He's really fast, really powerful. He can't take hits too hard. Don't get me wrong. He does have his downfalls. But if this thing can hit you, he will hit you hard as fuck. Substitute doesn't even stop this thing. This thing goes right through that shit with its ability. Just destroys it. Has an amazing moveset. It learns so many good TMs. Flamethrower, Air Slash, Boom Burst, Draco Meteor, Dragon Pulse. You can legitimately run almost any set on this thing. You can even run physical if you wanted. Bulky, probably not so. But this thing like stuck its way up. It's one of the only 6th gen Pokemon that like just caught my eye. Besides Mega, that just caught my eye and like kept it. I used this thing my 3rd playthrough through the game, and it was just amazing. Even though I got it really late in the game, it ended up being one of my highest level Pokemon. I got it like really, really late, and even it still was there. It still was there for me. Put in work throughout everything, and especially when I got one for a Wi-Fi battle. Oh my god, that thing is really hard hitting. Hits you hard as fuck, takes you out, and if it goes down, it goes down, but it'll take a fucking soul with it. It doesn't go down alone. But that's why I love this thing. So, sneaking its way up to number 5 is Cofagrigus. This is a Pokemon that I didn't expect it would be here. You probably didn't expect it to be here. No one would really expect it to be here. When I seriously was putting thought into this top 10, I thought Cofagrigus is definitely number 5. It's my crutch for any battle, pretty much. Like, I don't know, I don't upload Wi-Fi battles anymore, but if I did, every single battle would have to have Cofagrigus, because it's just my crutch. It's there. It's always on the team. It's always bulking out special hits, physical hits, dealing some shitload of damage, will-o-wisping, pain splitting. Like, this thing just does it all by himself. He is amazing, and I love his design that he's a coffin. Like, that is so sick. I really want him to get a Mega where he, like, gets out of the coffin and his attacks and defense split, kind of like, or switch, kind of like he has a stance change or whatever. So but it's like a permanent stance change, and then instead of Mummy like giving them the ability Mummy, you take their ability and stuff like that, or like something like that. I don't know, but that would be super sick. It just coming out of the coffin and you seeing like a Mummy just chilling there, because that thing has amazing defense. Imagine if that was his attack. Like, it would be unstoppable pretty much, because he can eat up hits, deal them pretty nicely right now as he is, but he would deal them a lot better if he was a Mega. But I just love this thing mostly because of its design. I can't really, there's not really one thing I can say about this thing that I love more. It's just there. It's kind of like an unexpected Pokemon, and it grew up in the ranks, and it's here, and I love this thing to death. So a Cofagrigus for life. Coming in at number 4 is Gliscor. Gliscor is definitely deserving on this list. I really can't explain it to you. It might just be his color, his design, his power, his fierceness, the way he just makes teams tremble on their knees. That's all I can really say. He's purple and black, purple being my third favorite color, black being my second, and he's just a bat. Bats are one of my favorite Pokemon. This thing is a bat with stone on him. He's a bat covered in stone. He's what a Crobat wishes it would be. He is legit a Crobat that's been rolled around in stone for a little bit, sharpened up, and just there, bulky as hell, with like genes from like a Kingler for attack or whatever. He's ridiculous. Like, I get it, he's a little slow and he can't really take a special hit. That's his downfall, but his physical attack, his move pool, the way you can run him, you can stall out people, protect, toxic stall, poison heal, sit there and just eat up hits. Or you can run Swords Dance, Earthquake, X Scissor, Night Slash, Wing Attack, Stone Edge, Rock Slide, Protect. There's so many ways you can run this thing. And ever since the first day I saw it, I was like, this thing needs to be on my team. Now, I cannot go through a game without having a Gliscor. Gliscor, when I see a Gliscor, I get sad to kill it. And I'm glad we have one in Sacred Gold. So that's it. That's why he deserves number 4. So coming in at number 3 is a very weird Pokemon. A little bit unexpected too, because it's not really too used. I don't see it too often. It does have a Mega. It's Manectric. Manectric is the special attacking Arcanine. That's how I would look at it. Special attacking Arcanine, especially when it Mega Evolves and they have the same ability. Like, Manectric is mountains, and it just makes people tremble when it comes in. If you're a physical attacker, this thing intimidates you. Your physical attack is all gone. Bye. It's gone. Volt Switch to switch out for that priority switching. Thunderbolt for that stabbed electric move, which does a shitload of damage. Flamethrower, take out those fucking ice grass types and shit. And then HP Ice to take out ground types. Like, you really can't. If this thing can outspeed you, like, I don't know, you're not gonna live a hit too nicely. Like, that's it. This thing's special attack is pretty good. Its speed is pretty good. If it outspeeds you, hits you with like an HP Ice, and you're even 1 time, 2 times a week to it, you're definitely not gonna take it too nicely. I'm sorry, this thing puts in work. I get it that it's frail, but that's what it gets for being so offensive. You can run it offensive as hell, and I'm really glad that they gave this thing a Mega, because it gave it a chance to shine in the light like it had to. Because before it had a Mega, no one would use it. Now that it does, it is definitely bumped up. I think it's still UU though, but that is my favorite tier, so I can't complain at all. But that's why it deserves number 3 on this list. Coming in at number 2 is probably the most nostalgic Pokemon in this whole list. It is Squirtle. Squirtle has been, well, it was my first starter ever to be picked. Everyone was picking Charmander and Bulbasaur out of all my friends in school, and I was over here with Squirtle. And I don't know. It might be the anime episodes how Squirtle has like a gang of people, and it just looks like it's a cool cat, like rocking with the whole gang, and then it turns into like a police force and stuff like that. And I get it that I kind of sympathize with it more that my name is a Ninja Turtle and Squirtle's a turtle, so its design is amazing. I love it how it's a small little turtle, and then later on it turns into Blastoise, like heavy cannon motherfucker, like drown your thirst, drench it, like ends your whole thirsty life and ends your existence with any move possible, especially because it now has a Mega. But Squirtle is it's a Ninja Turtle pretty much, and my name is a Ninja Turtle, so I don't know, I just connect with it. It seems like if I had to be any starter Pokemon ever, I'd probably be a Squirtle, just because Squirtle squirt, that's pretty much it, so that's why it deserves number 2. So if you know me at all, if you've ever been to my channel before this moment, you know Honchcrow is my favorite Pokemon. I can't tell you one thing about Honchcrow that just makes it the best Pokemon, in my opinion. It's just, its special attack is amazing, its physical attack is amazing, its speed is a little shit, and so are its defenses, but it is so unexpected and underrated. That's what I love about Honchkrow. Its design is amazing, don't get me wrong. A pimp bird? Like, what the fuck? Flying is my second favorite type, Dark is like my fourth. I seriously love Honchkrow to death. No one knows this, but you can run Honchkrow as a special attacker, and it will do just as fine as a physical attacker. You only see the physical one because it has Moxie, but if you run an Insomnia one with Heat Wave, Psychic, Dark Pulse, and like Air Slash, like who the fuck's gonna expect that? They're gonna try to put your bitch ass to sleep, and it's gonna be like Insomnia, and then you're gonna pull out like a Heat Wave. Like what? Like, this thing has so many nice moves that it can just have. Dark Pulse, Psychic, Heat Wave, Superpower, Brave Bird, Foul Play, Sucker Punch, Roost, Air Slash, Cutter, and all that stuff. It can just put in so much work. It is so underrated. And especially because if it's like, the way it is, its mentality, I guess you could say. It's a pimp Pokemon. It like owns the place. It has its own thing. It owns everyone else. I don't know what it is about that, but it just looks powerful. Like, not its stats wise, but it just looks like a powerful Pokemon. Like, it's this little bird. Like, if you've ever seen it in a showdown battle, it's a little bird. It's not huge. It's not a fucking legendary 300-pound fucking bird. Like, it's a little bird, and it seems to own so much. It's a pimp. It owns. It's a boss. You don't fuck with the boss. That's the whole mentality. You don't fuck with Honchkrow, because you will get destroyed. Like, I've seen this thing destroy teams 6-0. I'm not saying that because it's my mascot. I've legitimately seen this thing destroy and not get touched. And if it gets touched, Roost. Like, what are you going to do to it next turn? I don't know. Honchkrow is just so amazing. And if you guys, as I said, if you guys know me at all, this was definitely a no-brainer that Honchkrow was going to be my favorite. A lot of people don't actually have their mascots as their favorite, but I do. And that's why he's here, and he's not leaving. He's number 1. He's the king. He's the boss. He's the boss of this top 10. I was about to say top 5. He's the boss of this top 10. He's staying here forever, and that's why he's number 1. So now that you guys have seen my top 10 favorite Pokemon, I want to see your top 10 favorite Pokemon. So leave your top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time for any reason that you feel down in the description. You can leave me why they are your favorites. I'm going to read every single one of them because I really want to know. Because I have my top 10. Everyone has a different one. And that's what makes us all different and unique. And I really want to know. It's just amazing to know and stuff like that. But please, if you haven't already, please drop a like. Because about 3 or 4 days of work, 3 or 4 whole days of work, so I mean 24 hours times 4 went into this. And it's amazing that we are at 500, and I really am happy the way this came out. Sorry about the voice and stuff like that, and some small minor things, but they can't be changed, and I seriously love you guys. So, thank you guys for everything. Peace out. Bye, bitches.